This is going to be a quick walk around of this Ford F-150 Lariat. Let's go. This one was produced in January, left the factory in January of 23. It's just going to be a one-take walkthrough. You can always find the specs elsewhere. This one's just going to be how the car feels, how I fit in it, little things like that. But let's start with the front and move to the back of the exterior, and then we'll go to the interior. So here we have the headlights and the fog lights. These daytime running lights are integrated, or they work together in terms of design. So it runs here, down, continues into the fog light. Those are your running lights. You have two headlight lamps. These articulate as you move. So what that means is if you turn right, the lights will turn to the right. And then when you turn left, lights will turn to the left. This does have auto high beam as well. And then you have your turn signal and then your fog lamp. It's a massive grille. Classic Ford F-150 look of this generation. Got your little, I call it the aero cover. This rubber piece right here helps with fuel economy. Got some nice alloy wheels. These tires are running 275/60. It's relatively standard. Got your Ford F-150 Lariat badge there. You have turn signal and working light. And then I'll cover the working light piece later. Got your running boards, your steps. The classic Ford button entry and lock and unlock pad here. Got your fuel door on the driver's side. No cap on this one. Look under here. Leaf spring. Got your full-size spare rear axle. So protective plastics for anything you may kick up. Got your rear tail lights. I know these are aluminum now for the body, or the truck, at least the truck portion. Got the massive tail lights here. Huge. I know there's a sensor here for your blind spot monitoring. Somewhere in there, I believe. Nice tailgate. You got your backup sensors here. Tow hitch. Got your sensors. Everything you need for towing. Just pass through for your spare, I believe. You need to lower that. Very close tow hitch as you need if you are buying an F-150. That's your rear camera, which we'll see in a bit. Working light, and then underneath there is a little rubber button. Lowers that. Dampen tailgate, which is nice. Forgive the rotors. But this came with the liner, and on the left hand side got household outlet. And I know on some of the other ones, like for example the Lightning, these come with work lights. These are usually some sort of light that you can turn on and off in the bed. And mounting points. I know, fun little feature they added were bottle openers on the side right here, which are nice, and I'm sure you could use those for latching points. Since this is aluminum, it's much lighter to lift up and down compared to other trucks. And then I forgot to mention these clamp points here. And you clamp it down. If you need to hold a piece of wood or something, you can do that. 1, 2. Pretty much identical on the other side. You got your exhaust tip here. Go underneath the car. You got front and rear disc brakes. So before we get into the front, let's check out the rear, the interior. Oh, actually, before we do, I forgot to mention this. Put your antenna pieces here. All right, let's head in. Interior of the F150 Lariat crew cab. Very, very roomy, plenty of leg room. I'm gonna jump in. I just keep in mind I am 6'2", so butt is all the way back in the seat. And I got plenty of leg room. Stretch out a little bit. It's perfect. My head is not touching. Let me show you. Here, sitting straight up, plenty of room. Got heated seats back here, which is very nice. A traditional cigarette outlet. Got some USB-C or USB-C power. You got your AC 120 household adapter. 2 vents. 2 cup holders, and this slot I assume is for your phone or whatever you need. Got nice storage pockets up here, back here. Nice sticky foam material. Doesn't feel that great, but also who the hell cares? Back there. But anyway, leather seats, very, very nice, very thick leather. Oh, also cup holders here as well. So you got 4 cup holders here total. And for the door panel, it's kind of just like faux leather plastic. It's a weird, interesting texture. They have this in the front as well. I assume it's a little more durable. I think that's why they put it up here in this high touch area. My assumption. If you know the material, let me know. A little bit of padding. Got the classic F150 lock and unlock dongle that I've been using since, I don't know, 2001. But here is the unlock and lock handle, or open and close. Looks like you can, nope. Pretty convenient, I would say. But window switch, we'll go over that in a second. I have a small gripe about that, but plenty of storage in the door. You have 1 compartment here. Goes about, I would say, 3.5, 4 inches down. 3.5. You got another cup holder, potentially. And then, yeah, plenty of storage here. And this one probably goes, I would say, a solid 4 inches, 4.5 deep. Got your speaker. Let's hear the thump. Nice solid thump there. Grab handle. Got your reading lights. Clothes hanger. And I don't know if you can see, but there is a, I guess, detent, or pretty much it goes up a little higher where people's heads would probably be, which is nice. Give you a little better headroom there. Pretty standard headliner. In the middle here, we have Cup holders, relatively standard. Felt kind of liner. These are perforated leather, which is very nice. Your seat belts, headrests. You do sit more upright. It does feel more like a work truck compared to, for example, the Ram 1500 equivalent or the Silverado. So plenty of legroom, lots and lots of cubby space and room. Let's show you with the back seats up. And that's, I think, the coolest part of this truck. So to pull up the seats, pull this little tab here, pretty simple. It's broken up into two parts. Ideal with two hands. So lift here. That locks up. Same with the other side. Let's go. Go. So check out that flat floor. So nice. It's nice because you can lay here, which I've done, but also if you're working, you need to load something. Flat floor is amazing. And then you have these little kind of compartments that they've built with this, it's a plastic, but it feels pretty firm, like a hard plastic. You can add stuff in there. You got a power inverter. Probably used for all those 120 house plugs out there. So the flat floor is a huge call out, really nice, and I know Ford has really advertised that. One thing I didn't notice, but it's a nice touch, is did you notice that felt on the seat belt so it doesn't rattle too much when it hits this plastic piece? It's a nice touch. Just noticed that one. But the bottom, pretty standard. I forgot what this material name is, but if you have a truck, you know, it's this kind of furry plastic feel. But yeah, very nice. Let's pull down, you just pull on that latch, let it fall. Let's move to the front, shall we? This is the passenger side. Let's jump in. So plenty of room again. My butt is all the way back on the back of the seat. And seat is where it was before, so the legroom in the back is measured on this seat position. Plenty of room. You got a storage cubby down here. You got your 120 house adapter, 12 volt cigarette lighter there. Two cup holders. I love this little slit for the phone. I prefer this in general for my preferences. You just stick your phone in there, fits in. A wireless charger and USB-C. You push this closed. And a soft close, which is nice. Kind of this faux, it's very dusty, but faux wood. You got a glove compartment, standard. Definitely didn't spend any money there, which is understandable. Got some storage up here. You open that with this button here. Aircon vents. This kind of this material used again. So on top of the doors and on the dash. The dash looks a slightly different color, but it's the same type of material. And there's like fake leather, rugged rubber material. I'm not sure. Got a little compartment up here. Put some other storage. You got your speaker here, mirror. Got your kind of reading lights. Rear window opener and closer, and then your sunglasses glasses case. Pretty standard. And then we'll go over to the driver's side to cover the rest of the infotainment, climate controls, and then the glove box. Before we dive into the driver's side, let's cover some of the specs on this vehicle. So it's produced in 2003, 2003, January. Some stats there. Tires 275/60. So 20-inch rims all around. Recommend 35 psi. Then the spare is an 18. So here we go. Same with the passenger side, but they do have lumbar support, recline, and then up, down, then tipping, forward, backward, all that. So plenty of comfort. We have our controls here, automatic front and rear, or front 2 windows, and then rear. Whenever you're adjusting your mirrors, fold your mirrors here, and then locking them out. And then you have your memorized three seat positions, lock and unlock. And I just noticed this American flag. How subtle and cool is that? Let's jump into freedom. I mean the F-150. So here you have your relatively standard Ford steering wheel at this point. This is shared with, I know for sure, the Expedition. I know it's built in the similar fashion, but anyway, nice and kind of faux leather steering wheel. Has a good amount of padding, which is very comfortable. This part down here, if you're on cruise control, you can fit your whole hand in here. So hold it that way. But let's go over the side buttons first on the left. So you have working lights that you can turn on and off on your side mirrors, which are nice. So if you're working on the left side of the car, you need some more light, you can click that and it'll do so. Hit this twice to open the tailgate. So it's automatic open, but not automatic close. And then we have the automatic headlights. We got on, automatic, daytime running, off. And then you push this for fog. And then you have your working truck bed light, which is really nice. Right here. Click that. You can move your gas and brake pedal up and down to your liking here. Then you have your e-brake, pull to be on, push to turn off. You got your column electric assisted steering wheel adjustments. Now let's dive into the rest. You got your handle here, got a little tweeter speaker up there, and then diving into the steering wheel, pretty standard volume controls, voice controls for Sony Sync, Ford Sync that they use. I know they partnered with Sony with that in the early 2000s. I believe they still use that system. You got I think it's blind spot monitoring, when you're using cruise control, how close or far you want to be with the next vehicle in front of you. Setting your cruise control down, up, set, cancel, redo, and then turning on and off cruise control there. Next, we have our phones, back button for the menu. You're going to be adjusting the screen in the dash or the gauge cluster, which we'll might as well turn on now. So fuel economy, there's a bunch of things in the menu. So we have my view, trip, truck info, towing, navigation, phone, audio settings. There's a lot of choices in here. So it's a full digital display, as you can tell probably by now. Right there. And you have different drive modes, which I'll get to now. You got 2-wheel high, 4-wheel auto, 4-wheel high, 4-wheel low, and then your drive mode selector is a twist, and you know what you're changing by the front speedometer. A nice little graphic here, slippery, deep snow, sand, mud and ruts. or ruts: normal, tow and hauling, eco, and then sport. So see, there's a little bit of movement, which is kind of cool. Then once you're in that mode, the gauges will change slightly. Like for example, sport, it's a little more red, green for eco, hauling, and then slippery, they have this little, every setting has a slightly different design. I don't really trailer much, so you viewers out there are gonna have to school me on this, but I know this is something to do with towing, trailer disconnect or something. So you have that, you have your pro trailer. I think this is for alignment, so you have a nice rear view camera. You can toggle that back and forth. For you trailer people, please let me know, but it does have that. I know it's 4 trailers, that's all I know, but anyway, it's a nice humongous touchscreen, as you may have noticed. You have auto, Android Auto is currently connected, navigation, driver assist. There are so many things in here, but very responsive, and their systems have been, I would say, pretty good. I haven't experienced any lag or anything, but yeah, got your temperature settings right there, so 70 degrees set, and as you move this, it gives you a pop-up modal every time you adjust something. Same with its dual climate. You can sync them. Outside temperature, which is nice. Your clock. And then to the AC controls. Sub or front defrosters, rear defrosters. Setting where you want the air to come from. Auto, recycling the air. AC, max AC. And then these are nice. Heated seats, 3 settings. Ventilated seats, 3 settings. You got your toggle for your wind speed or your fan speed. Again, similar to the AC, you could adjust like this, which is nice. Volume controls, turn all the sound off. I believe this, I'm not sure what this one does, to be honest. I know this is screen off. You turn the entire screen off. And then these are pretty standard. Previous, pause, play, and next. Buttons on top. We have the camera view. You can turn this on at any time, even if you're driving on the highway at any speed. Get a rear view, which is nice. Turn off parking sensors. You got your hazards, and then traction control. Next, we have the Ford famous gear shifter that goes up and down. The idea here, I don't have the glove box, or sorry, not the glove box, the center console that opens up. But the idea here is you have a flat working space, and there is an option where the center console could fold out, and you have like a massive table. This one doesn't have it, or I can't figure it out. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have it. Checked everywhere. So yeah, you could go up and down with this button. And then you can start shifting. You can only do this in park for safety reasons, obviously. But once you're in drive, then you can shift gears with this electronically activated lever. So once you're in drive, you can go to manual mode if you want. Now change that, shift up, shift down. But if you want to go back to automatic, just click manual again. And then do that. And then these still work in automatic mode. Let me show you. You can limit the number of gears used. So currently there's 10. I'm going to hit down now. One more time. Another time. So you max out the max gearing that is available for the automatic system. And this may be useful if you're on a hill going up or down, but you can do that with these buttons here. You press that again. It is really loud, and like many other journalists out there, I'm not considering myself one, but I've heard from many journalists that they're worried that once this thing goes, then how do you shift? But I guess we'll deal with that till then. But yeah, so that's that. You do have another storage cubby, just like the passenger side down here. And we have in the rear view, I'm gonna open up the rear. You can open and close it. You don't have to open it all the way, you can do little bits. It's not automatic, so you gotta hold it down to close and open. And yeah, that's a quick walk around with the F-150. I believe this is a 2022. I'll fact check that in the title of the description. But yeah, that was it. I believe I covered everything. Oh, except garage openers. And then, of course, oh God, there we go. Kind of mirrors. Standard humongous shields there. Yeah, very roomy car. I can tell you from my driving experience so far with this, it's not polished. It feels like a work truck, slightly more dampened, but compared to like a Silverado, definitely the ride is not as smooth. It feels like a truck. It drives like a truck. It is a truck, but I know we can be, I guess, considering that it's a Lariat, I would expect, I don't know, a little bit more dampening, I guess, but you tell me, Ford people. I know this is a little bit more affordable compared to equivalent Silverados and GM products, but you let me know. But the driving experience has been pretty good. The transmission is honestly pretty clunky. If you come to a stop very slowly, I can hear the rear diff disengage very aggressively. And for a car of this age, which is not very old, I'm a little concerned. Sounds pretty rough, and over years and years of use, I can totally see that rear diff going early, bushings going bad, and things like that. So definitely feels like a work truck. It's a little not as polished on the edges. The interior is pretty nice overall. Oh, one thing I want to call out. This interior, I don't think was built. The center area was not built with the driver in mind. What I mean by that is controls, fantastic. This point is extremely annoying. It digs into your leg, at least the way my driving position's set up. So I like to rest my leg here, and it is extremely uncomfortable. If you wanted to fit your leg in this latch or this kind of indent here, you would have to pretty much put your seat pretty far back, and I don't like to do that. But just here, it's pretty, especially when you're on the gas, it kind of just digs into your leg. Not a huge deal, but if I was buying a car and I'm working in it, spending a ton of time in it, that would get annoying. That's a review, walk around of the F-150 Lariat, front of the center console, some charge ports, but pretty standard, humongous. Thanks for watching.